everybody, this is Derek for the Grumpy Guy Show for episode number 62. Yes, I'm calling you out. You know who you are. Recorded on Monday, August 22nd, 2022. Tonight's topics, we've got animals are where? Facebook doesn't know me. And is it really world famous? Stick around, it's a good show. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Grumpy Guy Show. I'm Derek McAllister.
And I'm Ryan McAllister.
So tonight, we only have 3 topics, but hey, who knows what'll happen.
We've gone long with 3 topics before.
Yeah.
In
Do
recent
have to
weeks.
Do have to apologize for all of the really long episodes, but our one listener can complain next weekend when we ride. So what do you say we get into it?
Let's do this.
All right. So first up, we have this amazing thing that just keeps happening, and I don't know, people just can't figure it out. You know what that is?
What is it?
Wild animals showing up in their neighborhood.
Really?
Oh my goodness. Imagine that. There's a wild animal going through the neighborhood. I mean, seriously, people. They don't know that it's a neighborhood for people.
Mm-hmm.
They just know it's land. Come on. You know,
It is indeed land.
And there's so many of these people. Oh, I can't believe this is happening to me. What do you mean you can't believe it's happening to you? Your property
it can happen
just
to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the animal saying, "Oh, well, you know that Ryan McAllister guy. I'm going after his property. I just want to walk through there." Come on. You know, it's just utterly ridiculous how some of these people are. You know, and then all the shark attacks. Oh, I can't believe this. There's sharks up here in off of the coast of New York. I'm like, yeah, so?
Yeah.
It's the ocean.
And
I mean, that's kind of what they do.
That's where they live. The ocean.
And these people are like, oh, I can't believe that you know they're attacking people. Well, if you truly pay attention to all of the ocean experts, you know, the marine experts and whatnot, they will tell you that sharks really truly don't like the taste of humans. The problem is they don't know that you're a human until they take a chomp and taste you. You know? And it's like, come on. I mean, they don't know that, you know, you think you're the highest person, you know, the highest thing on the food chain. They don't know that. They don't care.
They don't know and they don't care.
Yeah.
They just want food.
Because guess what? In the ocean, sharks are pretty darn close to the top of the food chain. Not humans. Doesn't matter what you think, what you say. It ain't humans, folks. And that's all there is to it, you know. We're towards the bottom of the chain as far as they're concerned. But I don't know. It just seems to happen more and more lately where people, they're freaking out. Oh, well, we got to kill off these coyotes because they're just coming in. They're taking my pet. My cat's not safe. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe you should keep your cat indoors if you don't want to take a chance. You know?
Exactly.
I mean, you know, your cat's just an animal. You know, if you don't feel safe with your children out there, well, yeah, okay, but as far as that's concerned, your children are small, your children are weak. That makes them potential food for these wild animals. That's how it works. You know, I mean, if somebody says something about grizzlies, you know, or bears in general and how they protect their cubs, well, you need to think along those lines and protect your children. That's kind of how it works. That's why those animals are like that. They're protecting their young because their young can't protect themselves. You know, the solution is not to just kill all the animals. The solution is start being smart. Put up a fence. You don't want them in your backyard because you want to let your kids run around free. Okay, put up a fence. Will that keep them out? Well, it's not going to keep a bear out, but a bear isn't coming out hunting for humans. A bear's just going where there's food, where it smells food. You don't want a bear around. Well, don't leave food out. Keep your garbage closed.
The bear will steal your food.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous. But the other thing, you see all these morons. Like you go to any restaurant that's near water, and of course there's lots and lots of gulls around, seagulls, right?
Yep.
And I don't understand why they're called seagulls when we're a long ways from the sea, but at any rate. So you see all these gulls around, and they're getting very aggressive to the point where you could almost walk over and kick them because they think you're going to give them food. And why do they think that? Because people keep giving them food. If you keep giving these animals and birds food, guess what?
A lot of my friends are responsible for this if they actually listen for once. You know who you are.
Yeah, and number one, it is illegal in New York State to feed a wild animal. Plain and simple. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how it's illegal, but you can also put bird food out, like bird seed. You can put seeds out there for birds, and that's not illegal. You can put something out there for hummingbirds, nectar, and that's not illegal. But to feed animals, and that would include seagulls, food is against the law. And the reason it's against the law is because they start to get, number one, they become completely and totally dependent on humans giving them food. But number two, it makes them comfortable with humans so that they're going to end up coming in closer and closer. And number three, as they get closer, they're going to get more and more aggressive, meaning you could be holding on to your sandwich and that bird could come over and try and take the sandwich out of your hand.
Yep.
And then what's going to happen? Well, these people are going to turn around and they're going to say, "Oh, I can't believe this bird did that. Oh, hey, here's a French fry." I mean, come on. It's pretty darn simple.
Here's a whole chicken tender.
Yeah. It's
again, these friends know who they are.
And
I am calling them out.
That's the whole thing, People don't think of it like that. They want these animals gone, but hey, I'm cool. I'm feeding them. Look at that. I'm nice and cool. No, you're not cool. You're an idiot. But I can't believe that people get so shocked with this. But at any rate, what do you say? We do a transition.
Absolutely.
So the next thing on the list has to do with Facebook. Once again. So I had complained.
Form of social media that I have and I don't check at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting to the point where I'm glad I never put it on my phone. And I'm really, really starting to wonder if I want to keep it. It ends up being this thing where I just waste, if there's nothing on television, what do? Well, I just sit there, scroll through Facebook. But these last couple of days, I've just gotten completely and totally fed up. So I was scrolling through, and I see one post from somebody that I follow, a friend, and then I see 10 posts that are either ads or suggested for you, which have absolutely nothing to do with me. So for probably over a year now, I've been getting ads on Facebook for women's lingerie.
Eh?
Yeah. I'm like, Women's lingerie, really? Okay. And then I
I
scroll down, and a couple ads later, what do I have? Oh, ED medicines. I'm like, all right, so if I'm a woman who needs lingerie, then I don't need ED medicines. If I'm a man who
obviously
needs ED medicines, I don't need
you
women's
don't need
lingerie.
women's lingerie.
So, I mean, seriously, you know, and it's been like this, and it's been getting worse and worse. And I posted something saying, hey, I'm sorry if I haven't seen any funny posts you've put her up or anything like that, but apparently Facebook thinks I'm a female that needs ED medicine. And somebody
Hmm.
commented, a friend of mine commented, he said, yeah, I've been spending a lot of time clicking that little hide this, or I'm not interested in this thing. He said, it's getting to the
Hmm.
point I'm just spending half my time doing that instead of actually reading stuff from friends.
Hmm.
And, I get it. Half the time it's memes, like we had talked about before, but
Since they're on Facebook, they're usually unfunny.
yeah, but at the same time, I mean, if I want to talk, if I want to find out what's going on with a friend of mine, the only way I can do that is to actually go directly to their profile and look through their posts. I can't find
Hmm.
anything out looking through my feed because it's so full of
Because
this
there are too many
garbage.
damn ads in the way.
It's not even just the ads; it's all the
And
suggested for
suggested for
you.
you crap.
Yeah, so I'm only following like 50 or 60 people.
Hmm.
Okay, who cares? But they're people that I want to interact with. It's not like I'm just picking everybody, people at random. I don't need to be in things at random. You know? I mean, a motorcycle club about Harley Davidsons. Yeah, okay, suggest something to me once or twice, but I don't need to see 1,000 of these things. And I certainly don't need to see one that's focused on women riders. Because I'm
Hmm.
not a woman. Facebook knows
Exactly.
I'm not a woman. I put it's in my damn profile.
Yep.
So I really truly just do not understand how these algorithms are supposed to make things better for us.
Hmm.
I
Aren't these ads supposed to be specifically targeted at you?
oh yeah, that's the claim is that that's why we have all these tracking cookies and all this other crap because then it's
Hmm.
targeted ads. Bullshit, it's targeted ads.
Exactly.
When my profile states that I'm a male and that I'm married, you know, and the person that I'm married to has her profile set as a female and married,
Hmm.
hello, I don't need ads for all kinds of crap that have to do with women. I don't need
Hmm.
suggested things for women.
Hmm.
I'm not looking to pick up somebody who rides. If my profile said that I was single, hey, okay, maybe. But I'm
Hmm.
not single. I'm not looking. You know, just really, really kills me. And of course, you can't do anything about it.
Hmm.
And the problem is, if you decide you're going to try and go to another social media platform, which I've thought about, and I'm technically on MeWe, which isn't nearly as busy. I mean, I can go through everything in my feed
I
on
forgot that
MeWe.
MeWe even existed.
Yeah, I mean, I can go through that literally 2 minutes because it takes 2 minutes to load the page.
I can go through Reddit without having to deal with people. That's the best
Yeah,
part.
and I
That's the
get
best
that.
part about both Twitter and Reddit. It's
Well,
neither of which are about people you'd know.
yeah,
I don't like people.
I was on Twitter and I didn't like it.
Mm.
In large part it's because I don't know, people just post stupid things and they're constantly posting, you know,
Well, yeah,
and it's
that's that's it.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get that I'm sitting here talking about Facebook, with people posting stupid things and everything, but they're people
Hmm.
that I've chosen to follow.
Yep.
It's not
On Twitter, it's a similar thing, really. Usually it's people you choose to follow.
Yes and no. I mean, the thing is, I don't know. I didn't enjoy Twitter. It
Hmm.
was literally way too much of an interruption, a constant interruption. You know,
Ah.
but I don't know. You know, the problem with going anyplace else though is the people that I want to interact with are on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not going anyplace else because a lot of them I met on Google Plus, and they're afraid if they go someplace other than Facebook that it's going to get closed down just like Google Plus did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thing is they don't understand and realize that the reason Google Plus shut down was because Google just didn't want to deal with the EU and everything, you know, the privacy laws that the EU put in place.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very unfair to companies.
Hmm.
Since Google has other modes of other modes of income, they could afford to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, this is it. This is their only mode of income. They don't have a choice. They have to stay open. They have to take the chance.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I guess
However, they could afford to shut down Instagram.
well, the problem is, I mean, you say that, but truthfully, the younger generations, such as your
Uses
generation,
Instagram more.
yeah, they're moving away from Facebook and they're moving to Instagram, not
They are.
realizing that Instagram is
Instagram
owned
and
by Facebook.
Snapchat even more.
Yeah,
Literally all of my friends have Snapchat. I'm the only one in the group who doesn't.
yeah, and you know that's really where a lot of younger generations are going. They're going to, you know, really like a micro social network type of situation, such as that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where you literally have just your friends and that's all you have. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's none of this other crap. But you know, the problem is with anything owned by Facebook, they're introducing ads. You know, when they bought what is it, WhatsApp? Is that the one they own? Yeah.
I thought WhatsApp was the one that told them, no, we're not interested.
No, that was Snapchat.
Hmm.
I think. Now you got
I,
me
I don't
curious.
think that they even offered to buy Snapchat.
So, who owns WhatsApp? It is owned by Facebook, or by
Oh.
Facebook's parent, Meta.
Ah, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Meta.
Snapchat is the one that told Facebook no. And that's why
Uh,
Facebook bought Instagram, that's why they bought
mm,
Snapchat or WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
You know, because so many younger people were moving to Snapchat. It was taken
Mm-hmm.
away from them. You know, when Google Plus first started, Facebook actually would, they didn't call it Facebook jail then, but if you mentioned Google Plus on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, supposedly your account would be locked
Hmm.
for a period of time because they were
That's stupid.
petrified. Well, they were
Mm,
petrified that, you know, suddenly this other social network was going to come in and they were going to steal all their business and suddenly Facebook was screwed. Well, they're not screwed because Google never really got behind Google Plus the way
mm-hmm.
that they needed to. You know, and of course, like I said, I mean, it was going along and it was still bringing in money for them without putting ads in your feed. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because they were using your data and information about what you were posting to sell to advertisers.
Mm,
You know, and they would have those ads elsewhere, you know, on the internet rather than within Google Plus. They were still making money, probably not a lot, which is why they decided it was time to get out, but you know, Facebook was petrified that Google Plus is going to take them over.
Mm-hmm.
Just like right now, because so many people are going to TikTok, they're petrified. You probably, because you don't look at
I feel
Facebook all
like
that much. You don't
I
see.
feel like YouTube. I feel like Google is more petrified of TikTok than Facebook is, just because of YouTube.
No, no.
I mean, that's why they. That seems to me why they introduced YouTube Shorts.
They introduced that not because they're petrified. YouTube
Mm-hmm.
has so many views per day right now
Yep.
that, I mean, it is just humongous. There is no
Mm-hmm.
music service that's larger than YouTube, and that's without YouTube Music.
Hmm.
That is just
Interesting.
straight YouTube. There is no music.
Wow.
There's no music service with nearly as many listens as there is with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you think about it with your brother. He never used YouTube Music when I was paying for it. He did not
Mm-hmm.
join us when I moved us over to Spotify. He still uses
Mm-hmm.
YouTube.
Hmm.
So, he deals with the ads because I'm not paying for YouTube Premium. So
Yep.
he deals with the ads. And that's his choice. And that's what a lot of people are doing is they're either paying for YouTube Premium so they get it without ads, or they're just dealing with the ads.
Mm-hmm.
But no, YouTube's not petrified of
Mm-hmm.
TikTok. They
Yeah.
introduced YouTube Shorts as an alternative, hoping that, don't get me wrong, they're losing some with TikTok,
Yep.
but they're not losing as much as Facebook, which is why
Mm-hmm.
Facebook introduced Reels.
Ah.
Because like I said, the younger generations, people 30 and under, they aren't using Facebook because
They're
Facebook
not.
Facebook is the old person's thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's got this reputation for being for older people.
Yeah. And they don't know how to get away from that. That's why they bought Instagram, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why they bought WhatsApp. To not just to compete with Snapchat, but also to try and attract younger people.
Mm-hmm.
Is it working? I don't know. I mean, they still have more users than anybody else. But
Is it working? That's a giant question mark.
yeah, but TikTok is making a dent. There's a lot of people that are going there and not going to Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
even though TikTok's not a social network. There
Yep.
there was a long time where YouTube would block you from posting a link to a TikTok video. And then all of a sudden they
Hmm.
realized, okay, well, we can't do that because that's making it so that people just don't come to Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So now they allow you to do that.
Yeah.
But they're also pushing their Reels platform.
Ah. Yep.
It I don't know. I give up. I mean, I just want it'd be nice if there was just some way so that data was just out there so that you could share it without having to worry about Facebook and their stupid privacy crap, because you have absolutely no privacy on Facebook. They know absolutely
You
everything
do.
about you. They track you no matter where the hell you are or what the hell you do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing it with Instagram and WhatsApp even more. So they build a huge profile on you. I said it before, when I first joined Facebook a couple of years ago, they knew all kinds of crap about me, and they started suggesting people to
Mm-hmm.
me. I'm like, I don't even know who that is. And I talked to your mother. Oh, that's my
Exactly.
cousin out in
Wherever.
yeah, wherever. I mean, someplace in the Midwest. Somebody I'd never met
Mm-hmm. Yep.
because they moved, years before we got together. And I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just because so many people, they sign up for a service like that, and it says, hey, can we have your contacts? Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So it opens up their contact address book. So it gives them all the phone numbers, gives them all the email addresses, names and any other information that you have stored in there. And it's like, So that's why there's no privacy, and it's not just because of individuals. It's because, it's not just because of people like you or I signing up. It's because people just, oh yeah, I'll share all of my contacts, not thinking,
Yep.
okay, now you've decided for me that Facebook should have all of my information.
Yeah.
And it's really truly
Very
something.
stupid.
It's something that should be against the law. Facebook should not be able to request that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're a private company, and because
Not going to be against the law.
yeah, and because people are voluntarily doing it, nothing's ever
Yep.
going to be done.
It's never going to be against the law because Facebook's probably throwing money into the back pockets of politicians,
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
just like every private company.
Oh yeah, yeah, and Facebook's got plenty to do so.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be amazing if you could actually open up the books for Facebook and see how much money they're putting into politics.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the reason they're doing it is to make sure that politics stays out of Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so I think we rambled on enough about that. What do you think?
I think so.
All right, I think we got another transition. A
Ooh.
non-world famous transition. And you know why I say that?
Because we only have one viewer.
Well, yeah, we only have one viewer, but above and beyond that, the next topic is about world famous. The statement of world famous. So
what's world famous?
So we were watching television. I don't remember what we were watching, but an ad is probably just the news. I don't watch a whole lot else that has commercials in it anymore. But so we're watching it, and an ad comes on for a restaurant, and anybody from the Oswego area knows about Rudy's Drive-In up in Oswego. It's right on the lake. So they came on, and their ad starts talking about all their great food and everything, and then it says, and our world famous chili topping for our hot dogs. I'm like, world famous? Really?
Is it?
No. And that's the problem.
How many locations do they have?
Yeah, and you see so many of these advertisements. Are world famous. How is it world famous? And when we used to go out to Rochester to visit your mother's friend Susan when she lived out there, we'd drive by this place, world famous hamburgers. Really? Because you can't be world famous. You're not even in the top 10 for the New York State. Well, you don't have to have new locations all over the world. I mean, there's a steakhouse down in New York City that is world famous, and they have just one location.
Well, yeah.
But, they're world famous because they've been around for over a century.
Million years.
They've been around for over a century. Okay. And I mean,
I get that.
They've had people
But
from
how long has
all over
Rudy's
the place.
been around?
Rudy's has been around for a long time. Not a century, but...
Not a century. Exactly, not a century.
But,
They're not quite world famous yet.
Yeah. But it's not even just Rudy's that does this. I mean, you see all these chains. Oh, it's our world famous sauce. Well, is it world famous? I've never heard of you before you were on this television show, so I don't think you're world famous. I mean,
big
seriously.
chains can claim to be world famous because they actually are.
Yeah, and
I've heard people call McDonald's fries world famous. Yes, they are world famous.
Yeah.
Because they're all over the...
But here's the thing, and it's something that I firmly believe in. So go ahead and say that McDonald's is world famous, or Burger King is world famous, or Kentucky Fried Chicken is world famous. It doesn't mean they're the best.
Exactly.
And that's the thing that so many people
just that they've
using...
got an insane amount of publicity.
Yeah, and people start using this world famous terminology in a phrase.
They're everywhere.
They use this world famous phrase to imply that it's really, really good. Well, being world famous, you could be world famous for having the worst chili sauce for a hot dog on the planet. That'd make you world famous. It doesn't mean that's any
It
good.
would.
You know, I mean, I don't know. They've got to stop with these little marketing crap phrases that just don't mean anything.
Exactly.
You know, but what do I know? But yeah,
Put
that
some
just
meaning
caught
into
me.
your marketing.
Yeah, you know, and not to knock Rudy's because they're not bad, but for the price, they're not that good either. They're using Hoffman hot dogs, which many people might not know Hoffman's. Syracuse, New York in general, there's people know Hoffman's. It's been around for over a century, and they're damn good hot dogs. I mean, they were voted, some of the best hot dogs in the country.
Ooh, that's interesting.
But I mean, so most of what Rudy's is doing, they're buying. Yeah, they might be buying high end stuff, but they're not making all that stuff themselves. Their French fries, no, they're just buying frozen French fries. Same thing with their onion rings. Yeah, they're fish. Okay, so they're buying fish and battering it and frying it themselves. Okay, so there's one thing, but in some of the seafood they're
give them
doing
credit
it with.
for the fish.
Yeah, but most of the stuff that they're doing, it's not something they're making there. It's something that comes into them, not fully cooked. Sure, they're buying high-end raw, frozen things that have to be deep fried, but for the most part, that's what they're doing. Their hamburgers.
They're just cooked.
Their hamburgers come in raw, but they're frozen. They're frozen patties, preformed. So it's not like
they're just throwing it on the grill.
Yeah, it's not like it's this wonderful, this wonderful meal. And when they charge, $5 for a freaking hot dog, a single hot dog, that's just way too much.
Yikes.
I mean, Hoffman hot dogs are more expensive.
I think I understand now why I've never been there.
Yeah, Hoffman hot dogs are more expensive hot dogs, don't get me wrong. But they're not that expensive. I mean, you buy a 2.5 pound bag of them or something like that, and it costs you $12. So for them to sell you one hot dog for $5, come on.
Yikes.
But yeah, that's why you haven't been there. I've never been overly impressed with them. Some people are just like, oh my God, Rudy's, oh. And I'm like, yeah, it's all fried food, it's all greasy. Yeah, and it's expensive. But so folks, I think you probably heard the music starting up.
In that case, good night.
We'll see you.